Boosie accepts plea deal in his federal gun case. Talk to my family, and this is the right decision. So let's take a look at the whole tweet. Let me go on the small screen for y'all. All right. From Boosie's Twitter, just accepted a plea from the federal government on my gun case. I thought this case was over and I was going to get on with my life, but God don't make mistakes, and I'm tired of fighting. Talk to my family, and this is the right decision. To all my fans across the world, say a prayer for your boy and go get the new album. Okay. Uh, some of the backstory, like why would he tweet, I thought this was over, and now this is coming back around. So I pulled up some of the details about that, just some of the timeline. So he was initially charged in June 2023 for being a convicted felon in federal possession of a firearm after an Instagram live video showed a gun in his waistband. He was arrested in San Diego. The case was dismissed July 2024, so about a year later, based on evolving Second Amendment precedent and Ninth Circuit ruling around nonviolent felon gun rights. But then, within days, federal prosecutors refiled a new indictment, adding an additional charge for knowingly possessing a firearm while using controlled substances. He faced up to 10 years in prison. So it's dismissed, and I didn't even know you could. It's bugged out, you know? So right now he's been out on bond this whole time. I mean, so he knew that he still was facing something because he's out on $100,000 bond right now. And I think that's when all those rumors were coming about that he was liquidating. They was talking about him selling like a Rolls Royce. I think even Vlad asked him about some of that stuff, right? I think it was to get up maybe bond money, or I don't know, allegedly. But that was August 20, and now court is set for him August 26, 2025. And I assume between now and 20 days from now, that's deaded because, or maybe he's still going to court, but he accepted that plea deal recently as he's tweeting. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Um, the whole, the whole being in possession of a firearm as a felon, as much as we be team Boosie. Like I fuck with Boosie. I like Boosie, man. I'm more of a fan of Boosie as like a character, an interviewer, a personality, a reactor out there. Like he has some. I almost spit my water out his reaction to Diddy's verdict. Right when he was like, grab Stevie J and your children and go sit the fuck down and go get the fuck on. I died laughing. I'm a big fan of Boosie's reactions to drama happening in the world and his takes and his interviews on Vlad and everything. I can't name 10 Boosie songs. I could name like 5. Certain songs of him come on in the club. It's dope. Like he's got some bangers, but I'm not the biggest Boosie music fan. But I fuck with him. But the whole thing about a felon in possession of a firearm. Let me go sorry as true mode for a second. Right? Let's go very, very sorry as true mode. Even though I fuck with Boosie, let's keep it reality. This allegedly, right? This is posted by TMZ. This is an old picture. This is allegedly what started everything. This was the live. You see this live right here by this person up here? Somebody on Instagram live with 1,134 people watching. Okay, you see what the red arrow is pointing to, right? Allegedly his hammer, right? In the back of his jeans. Now, it's very easy for us to point the finger at the person that's on live. Like, what are you out here on live recording gang, crime, illegal, drug, gun, act, whatever, right? We got to put the responsibility not on the cameraman, no. It's on Boosie, because if you were doing this at time of you being a convicted felon already, which doesn't enable you to carry a firearm, you're making 2 stupid mistakes. Well, you're making one hugely stupid mistake. The first mistake you're making, obviously, is carrying a gun as a convicted felon if you're not supposed to be where you're at, right? Regardless, right? Everybody says it after the fact. Where's your security guard? Just be on the music. If you shouldn't even be there. If it's that crazy of a location, if you gotta be moving like that. But even if you gotta be there, then where's your security guards and where's this and where's that, right? But how about we call this open carry, right? Open carrying. When I see somebody open carry, there's only one way to define it. It's somebody that wants the people around him to know that he has a gun. That's what open carry is for. The only people outside of that are police or authorities. Concealed carry versus open carry. When you open carry, you put people on alert, you scare people. Some people will call the cops. I'm talking about legal. When you are legally able to carry a gun, but yet you carry it on an outer band holster, or you carry it like this with your shirt underneath, and you let people see it. When you open carry, you also make yourself a target. It's dangerous to open carry because you become a threat to everybody else. So let me get him, and maybe you just minding your business, right? Open carry is always stupid to me. It's ridiculous, and a lot of people that do it are just purely advertising. So the question becomes, Boosie, as a convicted felon on the scene there, out on in the street, clear, you're not in the crib, you're not in an alleyway, you're not in the back blocks where nothing's going. This look right there, and you just chilling with your gun in your back like that, open carrying, revealing, and showing your gun to the world. Why would you do that? Why are you showing, letting everybody see that you got a gun on you? Do you just want people to know you got a gun on you? And if so, why? You see, it's a real question, people, of why people do this shit. So, the responsibility belongs in Lil Boosie's lap there. Do we have sympathy for the situation? We do. We do. I do. But that is you open. There was, I said a piece of this story before, but there's a battle rapper, one of the biggest battle rappers in battle rap history. He pulled up to one of our face-offs, our RBE face-off, and he was open carrying. And he's a convicted, it's the same shit right here as Boosie. And he's a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? We in the parking lot, Shota calls me. He's like, yo, what was, and I'm just like, where? That's on him. I mean, it's a sea of sharks. There's a million guns here. Everybody's got guns on them here. He chose to open carry though. So, all right, cool. It is what it, boop, back to working. You know what I'm saying? And then he does an interview in the same fucking stature. And I called Uncle Ra and I said, I don't know if you noticed, but it's on camera. So expand the window of the camera so that the center of the person, the rapper, is big in the middle, and expands it out enough to his waist moves off the actual screen to show it. So the footage don't get shown. So fans don't see it and get scared to come to RBE face-offs or battle rap events, or to keep his stupid ass out of trouble as well. I fuck with him, but that's stupid. It's sorry, it's true mode. Ask Uncle Rock, called him and said, yo, it's not even my footage. It really don't directly affect me. It could affect me as far as the culture and fans being worried about shit like that, but it don't directly affect me. I still call Uncle Rob and I said, yo, fix that for him. And Uncle Rob said, oh, I didn't even notice that. And I said, he was walking around the whole parking lot like that the whole night. You know, me and Math was talking about it too. He's like, yo, what's up with him? I was just like, I don't know. He's advertising, you know? And that's what got Boosie in trouble here. Advertising. But I hope, on a lighter note, I hope Boosie's plea deal is light. You know, they said he's facing 10 or some shit like that as a convicted felon. So damn. But I hope his plea deal is light. Shout out to Boosie. As much as I could go sorry it's true mode and rant on the stupid shit that people do, none of us are perfect. I done made some fucking shitty mistakes in my life too. And I might make more. You know, we all human. So I do wish the best. I fuck with Boosie. I do wish the best for whatever those plea deal terms are. You know, it was a mistake, and we all make them. But us ranting and calling them out here also help us learn. And like, yo, there's nobody else make these fucking mistakes. Don't open carry, people.